You are looking at downtown Los Angeles, known for Hollywood blockbusters, and Hollywood is truly the birthplace of the United Wrestling Network. A lot of United Wrestling Network history, and two guys who have been there for a lot of the history are myself, TK Todd Kennelly, along with Johnny LaQuasto, and a new chapter in the United Wrestling Network about to be written with Sunday Night Slam. We are in the final countdown stage.
That's right. As professional wrestling continues to evolve, so does the United Wrestling Network. And as matchmaker for United, I could not be more proud of what every single one of you are about to see.
Yeah, and I would say that it's the calm before the storm, but that's not the case because we've got some big action coming to you right here on this countdown show. In fact, there's always a storm brewing whenever Transcendence clashes with the Wolf Zaddies in tag team action.
No doubt, and both of these teams are certainly looking for a title opportunity down the road, so a victory tonight could pay massive dividends. But that's not the only match with title implications on the kickoff show. We also have the United Television title at stake.
Title action kicking things off as the television title will be on the line. Evan Daniels defense. He's in for a wild fight against Rob McKnight, who's got more than a puncher's chance at making championship history. It is time to fight on.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing all the way from Skid Row, he is the last true rock and roller, Rob McKnight.
Rob McKnight, we've seen most recently in a lot of tag team competition, but this is a whole different type of animal that the television champion is facing. He's been facing technicians like Fidel Bravo, you know, and G Sharp.
Yeah.
Can he hang in a fight with McKnight?
And it's not just the skill set, it's the personality. Rob McKnight has truly survived the streets, and he's a rising star here in United. But now he's facing a literal star.
And his opponent, accompanied by the Entourage, from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is your United Wrestling Network television champion, and he is a literal star, Evan Daniels.
Flanked by the Entourage, and that does not bode well for Rob McKnight because certainly the Entourage has taken advantage of the numbers game in several matches, and you know just how hard they are to deal with, Johnny.
Yeah, they are certainly difficult to deal with as head matchmaker here at United. It's a constant issue dealing with Evan Daniels and the Entourage, all the antics, all the salsa dancing away from certain situations. But nonetheless, Evan Daniels has now been United Television Champion for over 300 days, defeating Zicky Dice, but to his credit, he's defended against the likes of Shane Haste, Brandon Cutler, and the world fighter Greg Sharp to hold that title for over 300 days. The same title that the likes of Jordan Cruz, Scorpio Sky has held it 5 times. Royce Isaacs, Bateman, Willie Mack. The title has a very long and impressive lineage.
Certainly does, and Evan Daniels, in fact, has 2 victories over hysterical Shane Haste. That's a guy that has traveled the globe, of course, has teamed with the Wolf Zaddies, who we'll see in tag team action against the Entourage later on here on the kickoff show. But what a way to kick things off. Television title on the line. And I think if you're McKnight, you just got to make it ugly. You got to make it a brawl.
That's exactly what McKnight wants. And, you know, this is without a doubt the biggest opportunity of McKnight's career. You know, we've recently seen him in tag team action with Casanova Valentine, and Gunk has quickly risen the ranks, not just in, you know, popularity, but also in title contention. But tonight, Rob McKnight, he is flying solo. And you want to talk about skill set difference. Let's talk about lifestyle difference. Many people claim to have survived the streets. Rob McKnight is a living embodiment of that. He was homeless multiple times over the course of his life. He really has fought to get to where he is today.
He has. He was riding the rails at one point, and he would love for the train to come off the tracks when it comes to the title reign of the literal star. And now really pushing the offense. Here is McKnight taking him pillar to post, giving him a little tour, studio tour of Thunder Studios.
And this is exactly what McKnight wants to do. He wants to make it physical. He wants to make it unpredictable. And he told me earlier, he said, look, I used to feed myself off public trash bins, and many people have had to do that over the course of their lives, but McKnight actually enjoys it.
Oh man, that knee, a lot of pressure there as he hit that turnbuckle. It sent just shock waves of pain up that body, and if you take the base out of the big man, you're gonna take a lot of that power offense away.
And this is what Evan Daniels wants. He wants to ground Rob McKnight. He wants to be methodical and calculated. Evan Daniels, yes, he calls himself a literal star, but Todd, he does not go for style points.
No, he will win by any means necessary. Yeah. You know that quite well. You've had to deal with these guys and all the negotiations. But, looks can be deceiving. Here you see it, just a blatant choke, but he knows that he's got, 4 seconds there before he's got to break.
And United Wrestling fans have gotten used to seeing Evan Daniels holding gold, whether it was his long run as the Arizona State champion, knee to the midsection, and now a gut wrench. Rob McKnight, much needed offense.
Into the cover now, looking to make history. New champion, no, not yet. Love that. Set him up, went to the breadbasket, then showed his power. That knee looking pretty good right there. Looks like he's moving around all right on it with that big gut wrench suplex. Look at that. Flying knee by the champion, dynamic striker. Champ can truly do it all. One of the best drop kicks in the sport.
Right into the cover after a picture-perfect drop kick, and McKnight just getting the right shoulder up.
You can see the shock and dismay on the face of the champion. He wants to get a win in quick order and escape with his title, because he's in there with someone who never met a fight he didn't like, and will go the long haul. He'll make it ugly. He'll take you into deep water with McKnight.
And if you ask Evan Daniels, he doesn't feel that Rob McKnight even deserves to be in the same venue, let alone the same ring, for this title match. And speaking of titles, we got a big one coming up tonight.
Cannot wait. The United Wrestling Network World Women's title will be on the line. Big Mama, Gracia, what a cutter by McKnight. Cover that man, win the title. Rags to riches, here we go. No, so close.
Rob McKnight has only owned a motorcycle for the past 15 years. It's only been his form of transportation in his life. He wins this title. He might be able to add a couple of upgrades to that hog.
He's got to keep the pedal to the metal, though, after that big cutter chop. And I don't know. I think that's just going to light a fire under McKnight.
Absolutely. I mean, when he was touring with the metal band, he said the majority of his concerts would end up in all-out brawls. That's what Rob McKnight is all about, is physicality.
Power slam by the challenger. And he might be electing to go up. Thought he might go for that dumpster dive, but maybe looking for the skid row stomp. Oh my goodness, look at this variation of the dumpster dive. Springboard variety, champion to be crowned, no.
Rob McKnight absolutely pulling out new weapons in the arsenal. A springboard splash. Are you kidding me? Can he find a way to put the finishing touches?
Let's take a look back at it. Some athleticism by the brawler with the splash, and almost made championship history.
Rob McKnight could send shockwaves throughout the United Wrestling Network if he's able to take down the literal star tonight.
You mentioned the litany of opponents, and what a talk about a skid row stomp. The literal star is seeing stars. And McKnight has got to take advantage here, Johnny. He's going high risk. Will it pay off?
Well, Rob McKnight's entire life has been one big risk after another as he's heading up to the second turnbuckle. Excuse me, heading all the way up top. Oh!
Nobody home there. So cagey and resourceful is the champion. He's looking for that lasting impression, that double stomp. Is that going to be enough? Deep hook of the leg.
Oh, and it is.
And still, your United Wrestling Network Television Champion, the literal star, Evan Daniels.
Rob McKnight, the challenger, brought the fight to the champion, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. The literal star continues to shine bright.
And look, credit to Evan Daniels. Rob McKnight absolutely studied the game tape. He came prepared. He threw everything possible at Evan Daniels, and without the help of the entourage, might I add, Evan Daniels finds a way to retain.
Who on earth is gonna stop and dim the literal star? What a title reign he has had. Taking a look back at some of the action here. Goes up top, calls this the lasting impression, that double star. Gets him close to dead center of the ring. Johnny, dead to rights.
Absolutely, all of the body weight crashing upon the shoulders, the neck of Rob McKnight. And Evan Daniels has been champion for well over 300 days, and his reign as United Television title continues. Oh, wow.
Champion Maximilien, what brings you here tonight to Sunday?
Zeta, first and foremost, keep the mic up here. I don't want to have to tell you twice, all right, sweetheart? Now, can we please have some respect here, some silence, please, please, and thank you. You're looking at a Heritage Champion, thank you. I'm sorry, I don't see a microphone in front of your faces. I don't see a camera in front of your faces, so how about you shut those fat slob mouths for once, all right? Thank you. Zeta, ask your stupid question one more time, please, go ahead.
What brings you here to Sunday Night Slam?
Let's make one thing clear, Zeta. Nothing brings us to Sunday Night Slam. Sunday Night Slam, shut your fat mouths. Thank you. Sunday Night Slam comes to us. He is the commodity. He is the attraction. Look at this championship. In 3 months, he has established himself as the greatest Heritage Champion to ever hold the title. He is more technically proficient than Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, and he is certainly more charismatic than L.A. Knight, yeah. So the question then becomes, who is he competing against tonight? And the answer is nobody. Because if you think for a second he's gonna lower himself so as to compete in front of the fans of Long Beach, you're out of your mind. This is a superstar. Do you really think for a second, with the crime rate of Long Beach, he's gonna defend the championship here? A champion does not compete with peasants. A king does not compete with peasants, because he is 1 in a million.
Maximilien.
All right, you see the Heritage Champion there. Speaking of championships, there's some questions circling our big world title main event of Sunday Night Slam. And Johnny, I'm told that Zeta Zhang earlier today caught up with you. Let's take a look.
I am here with matchmaker Johnny LaQuasto. Johnny, there's been rumors in the back regarding tonight's world title match. What can you tell us?
Well, Zeta, that's an understandable question, and unfortunately the rumors are true. Hammerstone is dealing with multiple travel issues, so unfortunately he will not be challenging Jordan Cruz for the United World Championship tonight. But trust me when I say I'm working diligently to make sure that we have a challenger.
Hammerstone's not here?
No, he's not.
You realize I've spent weeks preparing for him, training my tail off. I'm here, he's not. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, yes, you are correct. I know you've been training weeks for Hammerstone, one of the most powerful superstars on the planet, but travel issues happen. And I know you are a constant here, that's why you're the champion, but if you prepared for Hammerstone, that means you are prepared for anybody. So I'm going to find you an opponent.
Yeah, how convenient. You never seem to have the right answers, do you? Well, the card is subject to change unless you're Jordan Cruz. That's why I'm the champion, because I'm the constant here. And since you can't do your job, I guess I'll have to do it for you.
Well, Zeta, as you can see, I have some phone calls to make, but there will be a title match.
You ready?
Back here inside Thunder Studios, and well, I wanted to have a discussion about the world title scenario, but
I can tell you this, I did not have either one of these men scheduled to be here tonight. Shane Hartline
and Martin Casaus, and we saw him on Championship Wrestling when they debuted their, I talked about Hollywood blockbusters.
Yeah.
They debuted their quote-unquote feature film of Zicky Go Bye Bye. Their title, not mine.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Some recognition. Thank you. Some recognition. Thank you. Yes, we should be being thanked because yet another event without Zicky Dice. Oh, Zicky Go Bye Bye. Zicky Go Bye Bye. If you don't remember, the last month we were here, we just continued the trend of your star of our film, Zicky Go Bye Bye, crushing faces, ending careers. Oh, now you can hear me. Classic, classic, classic. Just like Zicky, nothing works around here. What I was trying to say is you're welcome. Thank you for the recognition, sir, so much. We really appreciate you. Tonight, our trend, our tour continues. Crushing faces, cashing checks. You know what, my friend? Tell them. I need to know. You know what? We haven't even had a chance to talk about this. We've been so busy. I've been on film and television sets all over the place. You've been very busy slapping faces, crushing skulls. But let me ask you this. What is the secret? Tell me the secret behind your star here.
Oh, it's great. Visualization and mentoring.
You took my advice.
Took your advice. See, when you visualize a man's face breaking through your hand like Zicky Dice's face, you feel good about life.
So every opponent now, I'm understanding this. It's clear to me now. Every opponent you face now, are you visualizing Zicky Dice's face on their face?
I mean, it worked last time. He's out of professional wrestling. You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So tonight, the trend, you're going to add another name to your list.
I'm adding a name to the list. It's a pretty great list. You probably don't want to be on it.
I don't really want to be on any list right now, to be honest. But you know what? Tonight, who's your opponent? Honest Jake?
Yeah, Honest John.
Honest Jake. Okay, Jake, listen, bud. This is your last stop. It all ends tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed everything leading up to this point, because tonight you're going to become a permanent resident of the House of Casaus.
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much. Do you have any final words?
Zicky, go bye-bye. You're welcome. Adios, Zicky Dice. Let's play.
Oh, Zicky, go bye-bye. Zicky, go bye-bye.
The insanity of these two no bounds. They're both truly
That's a beautiful.
a perfect combination with their level of madness.
We're going to take a quick break. More action coming your way on the Sunday Night Slam Countdown Special.
You could be driving down the road and God forbid something happens to your engine or your transmission. Now you got to figure out how to tow the car, where to tow it to, how much it's going to cost. Whereas you have a company like CarShield back you and you make a phone call and everything's taken care of.
So can you walk us through a little bit on like a car breakdown? What happens on the customer side and what you see?
Every day at our shop, there's people that just come in bawling their eyes out because their car's warranty just ran out and they got all these new expenses now that they have to pay for.
Some of the average costs on repairs, for instance, on a transmission would range anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, $7,000. Engines can go anywhere from $5,000 to $14,000, $15,000.
If you can get CarShield, do it. Don't even think twice. Give them a call, see what you could do to get on that program because it's going to give you peace of mind.
No other company protects drivers like CarShield. All you need to do is call CarShield now before your car breaks down.
CarShield can save you thousands. Just call before a breakdown happens. Call 800-764-5611.
Welcome back, everyone, to Thunder Studios, the final countdown to Sunday Night Slam. Tag team action coming your way.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Entourage, weighing in at a combined weight of 415 pounds, the desirable Damian Desire, the owner of Saturn's ring, Bryce Saturn, Transcendence.
Transcendence with some momentum, of course. Evan Daniels successfully defended the TV title to kick things off.
That's right. They are looking to make it a clean sweep tonight for the Entourage on the kickoff show. But boy, do they have a test in front of them.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, the team of Bad Dude Tito and Latino Meat Shea Cabrera, the Wolf Zaddies.
It is always fight night when the Wolf Zaddies are in the house, and they've got a lot of history right here in Thunder Studios, dating all the way back to the Primetime Live days. At one time, in the very first Primetime Live, they clashed with the Tribe, the legendary Navajo Warrior. Hold on here in the Hawaiian Lion, and Transcendence, no surprise here, getting the jump.
Well, no surprise for a number of reasons. Number one, that's how the Entourage likes to operate. But secondly, Bryce, Saturn, and Damian Desire heading all the way out to the outside. They know they cannot match power for power with the Wolf Zaddies, so they try to get a jump start. And thus far, very successful game plan.
Yeah, if you're only looking at the eye test, they are, you know, the poster boys for don't judge a book by its cover, because Transcendence and the Wolf Zaddies, it looks like Chihuahuas stepping up there against Rottweilers, but they have had the number multiple times against the Wolf Zaddies. Look at this double team action here.
And Transcendence is very determined to have a future title opportunity. Could you imagine, you know, if Evan Daniels as television champion, Transcendence as tag team champions, they would have a lot of control here in United Wrestling Network. I'd have to deal with them a lot more.
Wow, look out here. Incredible double team action into the cover. Man, unbelievable. Transcendence looking good. Oh, multiple times almost defeated the Zaddies when they were the champs, but look at this. Big Tito is serving up chops.
Big Tito, one of the most dominant heritage champions the United Wrestling Network has ever seen, but thus far it has been all Entourage from the literal jump, as now Bryce Saturn heading way up top.
Sure is, look at this. A lot of distance there with the frog splash. And, I mean, they got the jump, and the time of possession offensively has really been in the favor of Transcendence. Well, maybe until that IQ-changing shot.
Yeah, it's been nonstop control time here for Transcendence. They've wasted no time whatsoever from the outset of this matchup. And look at the athleticism of Desire, and then a quick tag into Saturn.
Looking to put this thing away in quick order. Again, another splash. How many can they take? Cabrera forced to kick out here, and he does, using all of his power to do so. What a great start for the Entourage.
And we have to keep in mind, these are the very same Wolf Zaddies, I should say, who held the United World Tag Team titles for 931 days, along with Shane Hayes as TMC. That is a flat-out record-setting pace. Record-setting title reign.
And right here, Transcendence they're making frequent tags, they're double teaming, they're staying fresh, they're isolating a man, and what are they going for here? Don't tell me. Looking for a double superplex perhaps, and trying to fight his way out of this. Is Cabrera. Look at the power, shrugs him off. What's the big man gonna do, Johnny?
Che Cabrera is incredibly athletic for a man his size. Off the top, clothesline to both members of Transcendence.
Dividing and conquering, the huge double clothesline by the big man. Chopping up the competition. The Wolf Zaddies have been traveling the globe. Seen them in Ring of Honor, but they're right home here in the United Wrestling Network. What a lariat, what a cannon by Cabrera, makes the tag. And here comes one Bad Dude.
That's right, the Bad Dude looking to clean house, one of the most powerful strikers in all of professional wrestling. But once again, Transcendence, really the chemistry has been completely on point tonight, but Bad Dude Tito looking to clean house.
So was that enziguri by the big man. Look at this, Bad Dude driver stacking them up into the cover, and Desire able to kick out of there. He is tough. Let's take a look back at the action here. That Bad Dude driver getting the BOGO points, as Stu Stone would say back in the day. Buy one, get one.
And now Damian Desire runs right in to a combination power bomb by Bad Dude Tito and Che Cabrera. And both teams know how important this match is for a possible future title opportunity.
Alley-oop there into the power slam. And now the double team game, tide is turned. Look at this. You don't want to be the meat in that sandwich. Just getting clubbed there. Club sandwich indeed, but look at that, breaking up the pin. Smart move.
Bryce Saturn, complete desperation, but it was effective to break up the pin. This match has been beyond physical and violent since the opening moments. And now Tito has desire, well, for a second, right where he wanted him. There's a blind tag there by Bryce Saturn.
I don't think Tito saw it. And look at this, flying knee by the holder of Saturn's ring. And now double teaming here by Transcendence. And that's the name of the game. Look at this, double team, my goodness. Hit him with it. And, oh, look at this, double pin, double win. No, says Cabrera.
Cabrera able to get in there just in time after a colossal-sized lung blower. That'll take all the oxygen out of bad dude Tito, as now Damian Desire, a desperation super kick. And the official certainly has his hands full in this tag match.
You know, amazingly, Saturn and Desire hold singles victories over both Cabrera and Tito. As I said, they've been a thorn in the side of the Wolf Zaddies. Putting on the brakes is bad dude Tito. And oh my gosh, look at this, Alabama slam, my goodness, by Cabrera. Just a sickening thud there.
That certainly wipes out Bryce Saturn. And now bad dude Tito, my God!
Serving up screwdrivers there was bad dude Tito. My goodness, took him from 12 to 6 on the clock for the 1-2-3, Johnny.
No need for a double team there, as bad dude Tito hoisted up Damian Desire and pile drove him right into the canvas. What a victory for the Wolf Zaddies.
I guess you could say the Wolf Zaddies literally put the exclamation point on this Sunday Night Slam pre-show. Incredible action in the tag team division, and the former champs are back on the hunt. We got to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It can fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Welcome back inside Thunder Studios. I, for one, hope Transcendence has a Brooks night guard because the Wolf Zaddies just put him down for a good night's sleep.
It was physical from the outset, but the Wolf Zaddies found a way to get the W, certainly paying big dividends towards a future possible title opportunity. They want those titles back.
What a countdown show it has been. But now the anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. I got to tell you, a master stroke when it comes to the matchmaking in Sunday Night Slam. And we're going to take a closer look at the matches you will see. What a way we're going to kick things off. Somebody who's traveled the globe, former Cruiserweight champ of WWE, TJ Perkins, back in the United Wrestling Network.
Certainly a generational clash here. Two electric stars facing off. And this is going to be physical right here.
It's a Haas fight between Luster and Holliday. Beware the signature move. And then we heard from Martin Casaus, and he promises to add another name to the list.
And that name may be Honest John, who certainly has his work cut out for him tonight. We'll need eyes in the back of his head. And speaking of exciting, a thrilling luchador clash as Fidel Bravo will take on Zokre.
Yeah, don't blink, you might miss something in that one. And then the World Tag Team titles on the line. It will be power personified as Live Danger competes against the champs 5150.
And from one title match to another, the inaugural United Women's Champion Big Mama, over a calendar year now as champion, will be taking on a woman who has a personal vendetta against her, the vindictive Pink Dream, Alex Gracia.
And speaking of world champions, the world title will be on the line. Jordan Cruz must defend, but who will his opponent be? Get ready for Sunday Night Slam. We'll be right back. You're looking at downtown Los Angeles, synonymous with greatness in the world of sports and entertainment. A lot of United Wrestling Network history here in Tinseltown. And we come to you from Thunder Studios, which has quickly become the home of combat sports in Southern California. Hello, everybody. TK Todd Kenley here, along with Christian Cole. Christian, you've been a part of the United Wrestling Network from the beginning, but a whole lot of history starts here tonight with the very first Sunday Night Slam.
Yeah, that's right. The company goes back 20 plus something years. I go back 15 plus, but we've never had a blockbuster event like we have here tonight from Long Beach. It is looking incredible. The card from top to bottom, TK.
Sundays are synonymous with big events in wrestling, and we got a huge one coming your way. Jordan Cruz will put the world title on the line. Hammerstone had travel issues. Who will his opponent be? The champ is fit to be tied.
Yeah, that's exactly right, TK. And the match we've all been waiting for the Women's World Championship, Big Mama will finally defend against Alex Gracia here tonight.
Gracia trying to be a nightmare, and 5150 takes on Live Danger power personified.
Yeah, the pride of Puerto Rico against the 80s badasses, but Martin Casaus and that celebrity hand of his knocking people out across the country and across the world. He'll go on tonight to face Honest John in a highly anticipated match.
Speaking of highly anticipated, cannot wait for this. Two of the fixtures of the SoCal scene. Fidel Bravo takes on former NWA World Tag Team title holder Zokre. Don't blink, you might miss something in that one.
I cannot wait, TK, but this is the match that I had circled on my card. It is two generations clashing tonight. The young Jake Redondo against the veteran TJP, both from Southern California, both looking to put their pride on the level tonight. Let's go to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 201 pounds, he is the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, the biggest match in Redondo's career. When you think of the level of competition, however, he just had a great showing against none other than the world champ, Jordan Cruz, in non-title competition.
Yeah, and he looked really good. He's got the speed, he's got strength, he's got a certain level of swagger that I love to see. And tonight, TJP is going to be in his way. We'll see what happens.
Generational battle coming your way here. Southern California's pass, and there, speaking of Southern California's pass, how about Jason Redondo, competitor in his own right, proud father of Jake, a family affair here in Thunder Studios. And here comes TJP.
And his opponent from Riverside, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Aswang, TJP.
G.J. Perkins has been a fixture in the Southern California Pro Wrestling region. Look at this, man. He has his game face on. He's seeing red. And thinking all the way back to the late 90s, early 2000s. Man, look at this look by TJP here, though.
Sick.
Back in the day, he was a teenager, he was known as Pinoy boy. He teamed with the likes of Rocky Romero and Ricky Reyes. Look at the eyes here, and think of the intimidation game. If you're Redondo, you're in there with one of the best to ever do it, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, guy who just made Laredo Kid's life a living hell in AAA in Mexico. The biggest match of your career, and then TJ comes out looking like that, playing the mind games.
Yeah, these guys are actually more similar than they are different, both getting started in the business really young. TJP, of course, just a mere adolescent when first visiting Japan, learning the craft. And one of the most well-rounded competitors. And you could say the same thing about Redondo as he gets caught up here and taken down. But yeah, Redondo, certainly a young rising star and able to take that counter with a head there. Very impressive by Redondo.
Yeah, pulled a little page out of the TJP playbook, and look at this, little showmanship, trying to escape the head scissors takedown. TJP tying him up. Look out here, might be going surfing here on the West Coast in Southern California. Variation of the surfboard, but countered nicely there by Redondo.
That's the thing about Redondo. You know, where TJP has strengths, Redondo matches them. TJ's known for his speed. He's known for his agility. That's exactly what Jake Redondo is known for. And now maybe some sportsmanship. This is interesting.
You know, I've known TJ Perkins for decades, right? And I've never seen this look, this type of intensity. He absolutely left Laredo Kid laying a heap in Mexico. He is dangerous, this version of TJ Perkins.
That's the thing about TJ. He's always been able to evolve. Look at that. Sportsmanship, but only for a mere moment. And, you know, TJ, this is his final form. This Oswong version of him is the best version of him.
Redondo's going to have to try and create some distance because Perkins will absolutely tie you up. Pace quickens here. Leapfrog there by TJP. Arm drag, nicely done there. Starts to get something going offensively here. Does Redondo, big drop kick, and drops him with it. Nice.
You're starting to feel the fans behind Redondo. They're starting to see exactly the talents this man possesses, and now he puts his body on the line, holds it up there. Smart by Redondo, but caught. Oh, my goodness.
Took the rug out from under him. The elevator going down to the basement there for Redondo. And what we've seen recently on the outside of the ring where anything goes, this is not where you want to be with this incarnation of Perkins.
Certainly not. And, you know, with TJP holding the veteran card above his head, TJ can fight all over. He knows exactly which angles to attack from, where it's most dangerous, where to use the ring to his advantage. And Jake just needs to get back into the squared circle and try and get a victory within the ropes.
Trying to bring him outside in, putting on the brakes there is Redondo. Good ring awareness there by Redondo, but a blatant rake of the eyes. And nicely done, drops that leg drop down, guillotine style, and he did it with one good eye, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome by Redondo. Now looking to signal, maybe going high risk. Jake Redondo knows what's in front of him. He knows how important a victory over the veteran would be. Jake Redondo, but he's caught. My goodness.
Ground to air missile there by Perkins. Suckered him in. Beautiful counter with the drop kick. Perkins back in the driver's seat of this matchup. What a way to kick things off. So we take a look. Just when Redondo thought he had a light at the end of the tunnel, it was a freight train coming his way in the form of TJP.
Yeah, picture perfect fundamental drop kick, one that he's had 20 years to perfect, has TJP right on the kisser of Redondo, who's now looking to gather his bearings.
Incredible way to kick things off here. And a huge, and now going to the eyes again, just rearranging the face and really going to test the vision there, Redondo. You take a thumb to the eye and you can ask Tom Aspinall from the UFC what that does. The heavyweight champ hasn't returned since. Perkins in firm control here, Christian.
He really is. I just noticed the speed, you know, after 20 plus years of doing this at a high level, the speed of that forearm and the attack speed of TJP, it really has not lost a beat.
TJP spent a lot of time competing all over the globe, including the land of the rising sun, and this face wash here, a fixture in Japanese strong style wrestling. So TJP has collected styles from around the world. He's dangerous everywhere a match goes.
He really is, and you can see even innovative in his attacks here with a submission. Of course, referee Justin Borden right on top, making sure Jake is still in this fight. Jake, look at that. Ever the fighter.
Desperation jawbreaker there. And again, distance is going to be the friend of Redondo. He's got to find his range and keep TJP off of him, but tough to do. Gets suckered in, spinning back kick there by Perkins.
Yeah, he dropped like a sack of potatoes to Jake Redondo, and TJP now just taking it in from the crowd. Some folks here know him, know his career, supporting him. Others not so stoked with his most recent actions and behaviors. But TJ from Firm Control, it certainly is working for him.
Yeah, it was such a fixture in Southern California. You can even see a tattoo there, the 91 freeway sign. So, you know, just was brought up here in this great sport of professional wrestling in the LA area, slowing things down.
You got to wonder for Redondo too, TK, you know, with his dad ringside here, multiple generations in pro wrestling, the pride of trying to impress your father ringside, but going up against such a savvy veteran like TJP. There he is. You can see the emotion on his father's face as he could see Jake is not in a great spot, but he's had a good fight so far. Only time will tell if he can get the victory against the veteran.
Everybody go surfing. Surfing USA. Can he rock back? He does TJP. And he's got Redondo in a compromising position here, looking for perhaps a verbal submission.
Yeah, that's all he could do. No tap, certainly, but this is really bad for Redondo again with his dad ringside.
Oh, frying pan to the fire here, even worse, just wrenching down on the neck. And you got to fight the hands here. You got to fight the clasp. If you're Redondo, that's what he does. Smart counter wrestling there by Redondo. When we talk about the championship pedigree at TJP, can't sleep on the fact that he was a Heritage Champion right here in the United Wrestling Network, title that was held by the likes of Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce, and many other greats. DDT, and that might be the window of opportunity, Christian.
Yeah, but look how brilliant TJP is. Even rocked, he goes to the outside, trying to get away from a pinfall. But now Jake, tope suicida for Redondo.
Listen to the crowd roar here for Redondo right there in front of his father. The suicide dive to the outside, nowhere to go but down by TJP. Man, I'll tell you, Redondo, oh boy, he is gonna try and string it together off the top. Incredible hang time with the crossbody, but if he could only have landed into the cover in the cradle there, Christian, might have caught him.
Took him over the top, but Redondo now knows he has TJP in a spot where he could possibly get a pinfall here.
Incredible opening contest of the historic first ever Sunday Night Slam.
Nice, elusive is Redondo. Jake Redondo with the strike. Standing in Zokre. Jake Redondo, man, this kid is very, very impressive. Just imagine if the headline reads that he beats TJP.
It'll be a huge, huge win, and this kid will have a jetpack strapped to his back. He takes advantage of opportunities. He faced Jordan Cruz, the world champ we talked about. He's traveled out to Gotham Wrestling, made great showings there, and he is one step ahead of one of the best to ever do it in TJ Perkins. Redondo looking great here. Look at that. Slides through, sliding into home with that short German suplex.
I mean, from my angle, it looked like TJ's head slammed really hard off the map. We're going to look at a replay here. You see Redondo coming in right underneath, and oh my goodness, TJP might be rocked. You can see Justin checking on him. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait just 1 second.
Bang, bang play there. Justin Bourne, the official, was propelled into the ropes, I believe, shrugged off by TJP, and that put Redondo in a compromising position. Now the superplex, and TJP has got his pedal to the metal here, Christian. Wow. What a frog splash, little Phil-Am flash there. Oh my goodness, Redondo. He slipped the shoulder out of there. Can you believe it?
He kicked out. Are you kidding me?
What an effort by Redondo. We thought it was all over, but the shouting, and Redondo found a way. This match continues. Boy, if anybody embodies that fight on mentality, it's Jake Redondo.
And if you're Jake Redondo's pop sitting ringside, I mean, you got to love the heart of your kid. You've done a good job raising this young man, sir. He's in there with one of the best ever, and he's still holding his own, still in the fight, but in a bad spot right now.
I think he was looking for that detonation kick there. Was Perkins. Nice block. Went back to the well with the spinning back kick. Roll up here by Redondo. Boy, this action fast and furious. Look out.
Oh, he got caught.
Yeah, nice counter.
Rolled up here.
And this one, these guys have so much firepower, Christian. It might come down to fundamental wrestling. Look at this, hook of the leg. Back the other way. Back the other way. He got him.
He got him.
Redondo got him. Oh my goodness, you can see the wide-eyed look of Redondo. He can't believe it. And now TJP is really gonna be seeing red, Christian.
After a string of massive international victories from TJP, he comes here to Sunday Night Slam in Long Beach, California, and Jake Redondo pins him for the 1-2-3. And now celebrating ringside with his dad. You can see the emotion on both men.
Oh my goodness, his father, Jason Redondo, tears in his eyes, the biggest victory of his son's career, and this is gonna be a huge launch pad, you gotta believe, for young Jake Redondo. Look at the emotion pouring out, boy. You got to, as a father yourself, Christian, myself as well, you got to feel that. And take a look here. Take us through it, Christian.
Yeah, you saw here there was a roll up and then a counter from Jake Redondo. He had the leverage, he had the legs hooked, and got the 1-2-3. Wow.
How sweet it is. Our broadcast colleague, Zeta Zhang, standing by.
I am here with the United Wrestling Women's World Champion, Big Mama. Big Mama, you are defending your title tonight against Alex Gracia. How is Alex different from any other opponent that you fought for the World Championship?
You want to know what makes Alex Gracia, the Pink Dream, so different? Big Mama makes the towns. I have been to Memphis Wrestling. I have been to Championship Wrestling. I have been to Gotham Wrestling. You name it, I will go anywhere I want. I have seen every single woman in this division. KJ Rocket, you wanted to play the number games with me in Memphis? Guess what? I took care of business. Marty Bell, Mama came to your hometown and showed you where Big Mama's house really is. And Brittany Brooks, baby, you wanted to fight in Hollywood? Well, guess what? At Championship Wrestling, Big Mama always clears the ring. But what makes Alex Gracia different? She's dumb enough to keep coming back. She begged, she clawed, she scrapped all the way from the back of the line from when I took my championship. Big Mama respects that. But at the end of the day, how bad do you want it, Alex? Big Mama is gonna show you exactly whose house it is at Sunday Night Slam, because Big Mama is on every single program, unlike every other champion. So Alex Gracia, I'm gonna give you the ride that you've been begging to take at Sunday Night Slam.
Alex Gracia. Alex Gracia, you've been burning for a rematch against Big Mama for the UWN Women's title. How do you plan on capturing this championship?
First of all, Big Mama's supposed to be the monster we're all scared of. You only have that title because you've been avoiding me, the Pink Dream and Beautiful Nightmare. So while you think you've been defending that thing, I've been hunting it. And when I get that title that's rightfully mine, I won't just be beating you, I'll be exposing you.
But you want to expose Big Mama? You may be a beautiful nightmare. I'm clearly assured of that. However, Alex Gracia, Big Mama rolls in to everybody's home turf and puts them down because I take care of business. So what I'm going to do at Sunday Night Slam is I'm going to roll into your house because it's Big Mama's house, baby. And I'm about to beat the respect into you.
Oh, you think so, bitch?
Scores to be settled in that one later on. The United Wrestling Network World Women's title will be on the
scheduled
line.
for one fall. Introducing first, from New Haven, Connecticut, weighing in at 237 pounds, you are now breathing the rarefied air of Richard Holliday.
Richard Holliday, veteran competitor, certainly underhanded. Literally, you have to beware the signature move if you're in there with Holliday.
Yeah, twig and two berries, cajones, whatever you want to say. He aims for the lower region, and we know it. Rich Holliday always willing to do whatever it takes to get it done.
No surprise, used to team with the likes of MJF. No honor amongst thieves with this guy.
And his opponent from Reno, Nevada, weighing in at 247 pounds, Luster the Legend.
Well, we talked about Richard Holliday's former tag team cohorts. How about one of the greatest tag team wrestlers in the history of the United Wrestling Network? Luster the Legend, of course, is part of the legendary Reno Scum, multiple-time World Tag Team title holders right here in United Wrestling Network. In fact, took the titles all the way to Wenzhou, China and defended them, but now switching gears to the single ranks, and we got a Haas fight in the making here, Christian.
Yeah, we really do. Both men are super heavyweights. Both of them bring different attributes to the fight. Of course, Luster, a bruiser, a brawler. Richard Holliday, one of the most brilliant minds in professional wrestling today. Certainly has a hell of a right hand himself. Big heavyweight Haas fight right now. Sunday Night Slam.
Not going to be pretty necessarily, but it is going to be fun to watch. And Luster has gotten himself into the best condition of his career because, again, when you switch from tag team competition, you got to go it alone out there. You don't have that outstretched hand to reach out and make the tag.
That's right. Your conditioning will change. Your attributes as you bring to the ring will have to be tailored to the singles division. One thing has not changed, and that is the crowd firmly behind Luster and his efforts in the ring. But he has a huge test tonight in Richard Holliday.
Last time we saw Luster, another Haas fight indeed, as he took on Latino meat Shea Cabrera on our championship wrestling program. Richard Holliday traveled out to Gotham Wrestling, got a huge victory over former NXT Tag Team title holder Duke Hansen. Utilized that signature move into the 2008 to do it, however. Oh, was looking for it there. Luster was wise to it.
Right when you called it, TK, he went for it. But Luster, yeah, he took those the opportunity to hit the brakes, like you said.
Into the turnbuckle, and that dog won't hunt, as or James Kincaid would have said back in the day. And now look at Luster going to work. You don't want to be caught in a corner with the big guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what you know from Luster. He's going to isolate you there. He's going to beat you up. Headbutts right to the solar plexus. And this guy means business, and he does damage when he wants to. Right now, the victim appears to be Richard Holliday. My goodness.
I would not want to get hit in the solar plexus with that giant bowling ball-esque cranium of Luster the Legend. That will take every ounce of wind out of your body. Look at this, follows up big headbutt. That is a big weapon for Luster.
Yeah, he's got that hard head, and he's not afraid to use it. We've known it from his offense from all over the years of, like you said, becoming a tag team champion, really dominating the tag team ranks with his partner over the last 2 decades. And now we see him here against Richard Holliday. This is a massive test for Luster. No matter how big, how strong he is, we're talking about a guy who's carried more than a dozen championships in Richard Holliday around the world. Certainly a veteran acumen in his own right.
And you saw Holliday there, you know, he's really got to contend with the size and strength of Luster. Was trying to hook, had that double underhook, would take, you know, most opponents for a ride there, hit some high impact. Luster doesn't go anywhere unless he wants to. Transitioning to strikes is the big guy, serving up some nasty, nasty shots. Nobody home for that knee lift. Ever elusive as Holliday here. Using the ring as a weapon, hung Luster out to dry. Speaking of taking the wind out, that's what the big guy is facing right now. It's going to be tough for Luster to catch a breath. Sense of urgency trying to get him back in there is Richard Holliday.
Yeah, now using the ring to his advantage right there on the ring apron. And Richard Holliday, like I said, he's going to be by any means necessary. Certainly is why he's had so much success in his career.
And really attacking the throat here, taking the wind of the big guy. We talked about the conditioning. No amount of conditioning is going to prepare you for that. Looking for the pin, and the win is Holliday. Only a count of 2, but inching closer and closer, Christian, to victory is Holliday.
Yeah, he was able to get in there, hook the leg, try to get 3, but referee right on top of it. And Holliday now looking to chop down the big redwood tree.
You take that wind away from Luster, you take away that power. Oh, not so fast, says Luster the Legend. and starts to battle back. Boy, he's been in a lot of mosh pits in his day. Luster knows how to fight. He knows how to survive in there.
Love that reversal there by Holliday. Follows it up with the right hand. Now look at Richard Holliday. You know, he's not just that signature move. He's got skills in the ring. He's got the agility. And now follows up, but got only about half of that elbow drop. Landed on the back of Luster the Legend, who's now in flight.
Yeah, nobody home for that elbow, but what he did prior to that was very effective. He really put that leg, that knee, that lower extremity on the dissection pan, picked it apart there in the corner. Holliday really knows how to use his environment as a weapon and nullify the size and strength advantage of Luster, because when you're down on the mat, you're horizontal, you're not able to use that power. Look at this lackadaisical cover.
That's
My
not smart.
goodness.
No, yeah, that's not smart. If you're Richard Holliday, you want to take every opportunity to try to put Luster on the ground for 3 seconds, and that might come back to haunt Richard Holliday. You're in there with one of the toughest dudes in pro wrestling. I advise you to stay on target.
Spinning toe hold here. We'll see if Holliday elects to stick with that or maybe tries to switch to the figure 4 up kick by Luster, and really putting on those ligaments and tendons are starting to pay the price here, Christian.
Yeah, they really are. That leg is not supposed to bend that way.
That's a tough spot for any big guy. You got to carry all that size and strength around, but man, when you really attack the wheels, smart stuff here by Holliday.
You know, TK, I'm just curious as this show goes on, what's going on with Jordan Cruz? I mean, have we gotten any word from Johnny LaQuasto on exactly who his championship opponent will be later tonight?
Well, you talk about Johnny on the spot. I tried to put him on the spot. He wouldn't tell me. I asked him in the pre-show, but he did say, rest assured, there will be a world title main event. Jordan Cruz will put that title on the line later on the very first Sunday Night Slam. Look at this. Luster's got him in the launch position. Out the back door goes Holliday. And again, oh, look at the big guy. Look at him go. Oh, my goodness.
Luster flying through the ropes. Tope Suicida landing right on Richard Holliday.
That looked like the spruce goose that used to be docked out here in Long Beach area. My goodness, what a flight there by Luster. And he's really picking up the pace here. Power personified by the big guy goes right for the victory, looking to put him away. Close call, near fall.
Yeah, he had that inside leg hook, the leverage not quite over the top of both shoulders. That might have been 3 had he tried to really dig in that cover, but the damage might be done here, TK. I don't know if Rich Holliday is going to be good after what he's just gone through.
More questions than answers for the contender for our main event, but for my money, whoever wins this definitely puts themselves in the discussion down the line for a world title. Maybe the edge to victory here for Luster. Boy, I'll tell you, so resourceful is Holliday, so sneaky.
Whoa.
Look out, there it is. Signature move, undetected, and without wasting a second, hits the 2008. That's what he did to Hansen, and he does it to Luster, and he scores another consecutive victory.
Richard Holliday.
Well, I got to tell you, Todd, not without controversy, Richard Holliday comes to Hollywood and gets a huge victory. We're going to take a look at the replay. He slips out of it there, but then Luster avoids the collision with the ref, but eats an uppercut right where you don't want it. And that right there wrote the story. 1, 2, 3 for Richard Holliday. Massive victory traveling across the country here for Sunday Night Slam.
Signature move opens the door for the 2008, which brings the 1, 2, 3 by dubious means. More action coming your way on Sunday Night Slam.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Welcome back inside Thunder Studios. We've still got 3 title matches coming your way and so much more. We thank you for joining us on Adrenaline Plus, and the adrenaline is flowing hot and heavy here in Thunder Studios, the home of combat sports.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, he is the bad seed. Now presenting, Honest John!
Honest John, the unenviable task of taking on Martin Casaus. Honest John is gonna have to use his agility and stay away from that slap.
And that's what he's known for, TK. If he can stick to your advice there, he's gonna do all right.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Shane Hartline from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 245 pounds, sexier than all of you. You've seen him on TV, film, and Power Slap, retiring Zicky Dice, Marty the Moth Casaus.
As they said, Zicky go bye-bye. They showed the footage on Championship Wrestling, and it was devastating. 3 slaps broke 4 bones in the face of former television champion, the outlandish one, Zicky Dice. And we have not seen Zicky back since. Have we truly seen the end, as these two say, of Zicky Dice in professional wrestling?
Yeah, bye-bye, Zicky. Night-night. Casaus put your career to sleep. And 3 celebrities have now entered the building. Of course, there's Shane Hartline, the manager of the Moth Casaus, who was in Star Wars. And then you have Martin, celebrity from Tough Enough. And then you have his hand, which has gone viral 1 billion times over on the internet for cracking the jaw of Zicky Dice.
Casaus, a powerhouse. There's that agility by Honest John. This guy is a great athlete. Seen him in the United Wrestling Network for some time, and still to come. Big United Wrestling Network World Women's title match, eagerly anticipated. Alex Gracia gets her rematch. She has been in hot pursuit, but Big Mama has been such a dominant inaugural World Women's Champion.
Yeah, John right now not in a good spot as Martin stalking him, and this is the thing Martin can do. He's strong, and he's able to, he's a veteran, TK, so he's able to control the ring and the size. But look at John here.
You know, I looked for Shane Hartline in the credits of Star Wars, and it said simply Star Trooper number 46. So,
well, which Star Trooper were you, TK?
Stormtrooper, and you know, is that a real claim to fame? Look at this, out the back door. And you know, you talk about the likes of Jake Redondo and his life-changing victory over TJP. What a win this would be for Honest John.
It certainly would.
Casaus.
And the thing about Honest John in 25 and so far in 2026, he really has looked good in the ring. No matter who you put in front of him, the guy has been downright impressive.
I think that headbutt was ill-advised, though, by Honest John. And what do you make of the flapping of the wings here, Chris?
I like it. He's a celebrity. He can do whatever he wants.
Gets him off balance, does Honest John, looking for the cover. Got to keep out of the range of that shot. Did so there. Step up Inzaguri. And rang the bell there. Casaus got those legs wobbled, has him on rubber legs here, Christian.
Yeah, that Inzaguri was very accurate, as John is known to be. And now John, maybe looking for a springboard, misses it, but John, Casadora, no, he's caught. Oh my God, just slammed right down on his face.
Just spiked him like he was in the end zone. Football season's over, but we're bringing the slams back to Sundays here at the United Wrestling Network. And man, that was a nasty, nasty landing there for Honest John.
The Moths are slowly becoming known for destroying faces of athletes worldwide, whether it's Dubai or here in Long Beach. And look at this, I love it.
Oh my gosh, just rearranging the face like he's going bowling here, going bowling with Honest John, and to send him down the lanes.
Oh, he's biting him though, I think, TK, and as you would say, turnabout is fair play, my friend.
Some finger foods here in the concession stand in Thunder Studios. By any means necessary, and that, you know, that might take a little bit of the sting out of that slap there. So, smart move by Honest John.
Yeah, John went for a move there off the ropes, though, and got caught with a headbutt. And now Moth controlling Honest John.
Got a lot of power, Christian.
Yeah, John's able to fight back. I love the heart of this guy, man. Honest John looking now, looking for angles, has to avoid Hartline on the outside. Will Honest John go high risk? Top turnbuckle, but he gets caught. Martin Casaus kicked that top rope. causing John to lose his balance, and now eats a right hand, and that's the same right hand that broke the jaw and retired the career of Zicky Dice. Will John kick out? No.
Your winner.
He's asking for a 5
Marty
count.
the Mob Casaus.
Yeah, because John is out. You can count to 100, TK.
Boy, that lights out slap there by Casaus, and call the dentist, because I think I saw a molar go flying there of Honest John.
And I knew there'd be some celebrities here tonight. We are just a couple blocks from Hollywood. I didn't know there'd be 3 in the ring here.
Oh, will you stop?
Wonderful.
Give me a break here, but he will stop your ticker. Well, Martin Casaus, if he hits you with those digits, my goodness, racks up, puts a name on the list.
You think they'll sign autographs after the show?
Shades of Abu Dhabi there. Let's take another look back. Had him measured, bam, good night.
Yeah, John got rocked there. He was not getting up. You saw Casaus go in for the cover. Borden right on top of the shoulders. 3, but Casaus wanted 2 more. Let's listen in with Zeta.
Doing great, thank you so much.
Sweet, we don't care. Hey, I took out Zicky Dice out of professional wrestling. You're welcome.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna shoot for a second. Zicky Dice, I hope you're watching at home. I hate you. Everyone hates you. Stay away from this company. Stay away from this business.
Sunday Night Slam just might become Sunday Night Slap. We'll be back.
US Med, a trusted supplier of diabetes equipment for nearly 30 years, has great news for people living with diabetes and the pain of regular testing. New Medicare and private insurance guidelines have expanded coverage for continuous glucose monitors, even for people not using insulin. The days of repeated, painful finger sticks are over. Now you can wear a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, and eliminate routine finger sticks. US Med has the newest models of CGM, which are more accurate and convenient than ever. CGMs are shown to lower your A1C, increase your time in range, and reduce the risk of hypoglycemic events. Shipping is free, and will even bill your insurer directly. Don't spend one more painful day testing your blood sugar. Call now to get your continuous glucose monitoring system so you can take control of your diabetes and get back to enjoying life.
Call US Med now.
Welcome back, everyone, to Thunder Studios, the home of combat sports. You'll see boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, and of course, the action of Sunday Night Slam from the United Wrestling Network. Championship action coming your way next.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is for the United Wrestling Network Women's Champion. Introducing first, the challenger. From San Antonio, Texas, she's girly and gritty, an angel with attitude, fab but fierce, the pink dream and a beautiful nightmare, Alex Gracia.
A lot of momentum for the Pink Dream coming into this matchup. Most recent victory over the very tough Milo on Championship Wrestling in Irvine, California, has been chomping at the bit for this opportunity.
And her opponent, from Rydell High, she is big enough to beat you up. She is the one-woman wrecking crew. She is your United Wrestling Network Women's Champion, Big Mama!
Big Mama, the inaugural and only United Wrestling Network World Women's Champion in history. Several have stepped up, and no one has been able to solve the riddle that is Big Mama, just so dominant. And a lot of history between these two, Christian. Big Mama and Alex Gracia were both selected in that quote-unquote lethal lottery, randomly selected to compete in the first ever matchup for that title. Although it was a great fight put up by Gracia, Big Mama showed her dominance, won the title, but I think we've got a very different Pink Dream this time out.
She really has made her own momentum, has Alex Gracia over 20, 25, and 6. This is a woman who said, forget all the fanfare, forget the autographs. She's here for one thing and one thing only, and that's the United Wrestling Network Women's World Title. But a massive test stands before her in Big Mama in defending that championship, and Alex needs to do anything possible to try and get Big Mama off her feet and down for 3.
Gonna try and get under Big Mama's skin, force her to make a mistake, but look at this, big scoop and a slam by the champion. You heard about it in that backstage interview. Big Mama said the only difference between Alex Gracia and everyone else is Gracia is coming back for seconds. She's eating some big shots early.
Yeah, look at the power of Big Mama, just effortlessly lifts up the challenger and now unceremoniously dumps Gracia down to her back and neck. And Gracia already feeling the effects. We're only in the first quarter here, TK. I mean, Gracia needs to get out of that corner if she wants any hope for the Women's World Title.
Yeah, this is not the start that the challenger wanted. And gonna have to use her veteran wherewithal is Gracia to get some distance and find a way out of this. Just getting thrown pillar to post here is the challenger. Big Mama, as advertised, has defended the title against the likes of Brittany Brooks, defeated Marty Bell out in Gotham Wrestling out there in Nyack, New York, has wrestled. Oh, look at this big pounce. And now the challenger all the way to the outside. Things are going from bad to worse here for Gracia.
Yeah, we've spent the better part of the last year speculating on this match, hoping that one day we would see Big Mama defend her title against that woman, Alex Gracia. And we speculated whether or not Gracia's new attitude, whether her most recent behaviors, perhaps undermining some of the rules, would that come to her advantage? But now that we're watching it unfold in front of us, you have to ask, is Big Mama just too tall a test for Gracia? Is the women's world champion as she's currently dominating? Is there anybody who can beat Big Mama for this championship?
Gracia has not come out of the blocks offensively here at all. Does create some distance here now. And incredible. Thunder, you talk about combat sports. Friday night fights coming right here to Thunder Studios on March 27th. DMG Boxing, one of the fastest rising boxing promotions, signing great talent from around the world. I have had the privilege, as have you, to call some of their action. So you want to be here on March 27th.
I'll be here. That's going to be a great night here at Thunder Studios. The facilities here are amazing. Boxing coming to you March 27th.
Witness some of the sweet science, but there's nothing sweet here between Gracia and Big Mama. But Big Mama now starting to feel the effects here. And you know, you often talk about when a fight goes into deep waters, despite the dominance of Big Mama, conditioning can become a factor, and Gracia really attacking the abdomen.
Well, that's the thing, her size, Alex Gracia being a disadvantage. Sometimes, like you're saying, TK, it's an advantage. You have the speed, you could throw multiple strikes in a row without exhausting yourself. But it just takes one shoulder block like that from Big Mama to take the wind out of your lungs and douse those championship hopes.
Taking the wheels away from the badass biker chick, as she calls herself, Big Mama. She's a long way from hitting a Big Mama bomb right now. Look at this. Short drop kick there by Gracia. Hook of the leg, but look at just too much power. That oak tree-like leg there.
She might have to knock her out, TK. You might have to put Big Mama in a position where she just can't get up, because even just hooking the leg there, you're unable to get really any leverage on the women's world champion. And now Alex using the ropes. I like this. This is the Alex Gracia we've come to know over the last year, using every inch of the squared circle. No tactic.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Making the champion pay the price. Got to be careful though, don't want to get yourself disqualified. And I really think getting this title matchup into deep water is the goal of Gracia. I'm told she got out here to California early, went up to Big Bear to do some high elevation training to really work on that win and take Big Mama, the champion, into deep water, see if she can hang.
That's right, TK. Now she's gonna go for another cover here. Hooks the outside leg, but only one here. See, there's only a certain amount of leverage you can get on this women's world champion, and that will actually curb your ability to put a submission on Big Mama as well. So Gracia is really gonna have to get innovative here to get a victory and earn the UWN World Championship.
Yeah, but the champ, look at clenching the knee there. The champion is in trouble. They're trying to get some feeling back in that knee, and now was trying to protect downstairs, but Gracia goes upstairs, and a big shot, and Big Mama in deep trouble here. Here's the cover again. This time, oh, look, how many times do you see Big Mama have to reach for the salvation of the ropes?
Well, she got rocked, TK. You could see it on the look on her face. I thought that kick might have woken her up for a second, but now looking a bit loopy is Big Mama, and it's the striking that has helped Alex Gracia continue to stay in this fight. And now Gracia stalking, attacking the left knee.
So I like to say, putting that limb on the dissection pan and carving it up here is Gracia. Gracia came in with a game plan, take out the wheels, take out the power. You can see the agony etched over the face of Big Mama, but again, it's just tough to maneuver and get, you know, to search for a submission and trying to strike her way out of here. But right now, Gracia, I think, is really trying to hyperextend that right knee.
Yeah, but her head was right there. You were Big Mama able to counter out of that one pretty easily. That's the thing, it's difficult to game plan exactly which angle to attack Big Mama from. There's a reason she's been such a dominant world champion.
You know, they often say sometimes you got to try and bully a bully. I don't think that's going to work with Big Mama. Playtime might be over. What a slap. Oh, and a clubbing clothesline by the champion. As if she just turned on the switch of intensity here. Look at the look on the face of the official, Chris Massey. He can't believe this display of violence.
Yeah, that's right. Marty the Moth ain't the only one with 5 fingers. Big Mama now attacking relentlessly with that hip attack. You could see the head colliding. And Gracia now looks like she might be out, TK. Will Big Mama retain? Big Mama in for the cover, and only 2. We'll take another look. Look at this, TK. Bam!
Little double feature action here
right
in
into
the
your
Hollywood
living room.
area. Yeah, that was vicious. I can't believe that wasn't enough to get it done, but Gracia still fighting. Second opportunity at the title. You never know if you're gonna get another. You gotta take advantage. Was looking to put out the lights there. Was looking for that dream trip, but it's just so tough against somebody with the size and strength. A Big Mama has her in the lock position. Big Mama Bomb has racked up countless victories and does so yet again.
Here is your winner, and still your United Wrestling Network Women's Champion, Big Mama!
Alex Gracia has been talking a good game, has been hunting down Big Mama. Well, a hunter became the hunted here, and Big Mama passes another test.
After all the speculation about exactly what this match would look like, Gracia versus Mama, Big Mama proves to all the doubters exactly why she is the dominant women's world champion. Let's take a look at the replay, TK.
There you see it. Said was gonna take her for a ride. Short flight, bad landing. Big Mama Bomb for the 1, 2, 3. And the title aspirations derail there for Alex Gracia. Gonna be back to the drawing board. The world title will be defended in our main event. We're gonna try and get another word with the champion, Jordan Cruz.
Jordan Cruz, I see that you're getting ready to headline tonight's premiere for Sunday Night Slam.
Yeah, that's right. I'm stoked, super fired up. This blockbuster event was made just for me. So, what's the news? What do you got for me? Who's my opponent?
I haven't heard anything from Johnny. Do you know who your opponent is?
Shouldn't you know? Isn't it your job as a journalist? Really, it should be LaQuaso's job as a matchmaker, but he doesn't know, you don't know, nobody seems to know anything around here. Except for me. You know why? Because I've got this. It's not my job to find the opponent. It's my job to beat them. And I do it very well. And I've been rewarded for it handsomely. So tonight, Sunday Night Slam, it doesn't matter who comes out, steps foot into the ring with me. Either single way, I'm gonna put them down.
Well, good luck tonight, Jordan. Tune in on United Wrestling Network for the championship match for the main event on Sunday Night Slam.
It's calling, a driving force from within, pushing, beating, rising to the surface. The time has come to let it out and ignite the flame that sparks revolution. AEW Revolution, live Sunday, March 15th from Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
Back in Thunder Studios. When I think of March, I think of St. Patrick's Day coming up and some Donnybrooks, and there's going to be some big-time fights on March 15th as AEW brings Revolution right here to Los Angeles. All Elite Wrestling have been incredible partners of the United Wrestling
They've been
Network.
incredible partners. We're actually giving away their tickets at Hollywood. If you come to the Irvine Improv and see Championship Wrestling live, you might win some AEW tickets. It's been an incredible partnership, TK.
Well, when you think of AEW, think of incredible action that'll leave you breathless. That is what's coming your way next. Cannot wait for this matchup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, desde Zacatecas, Mexico, he is the first ever Mexican NWA Tag Team Champion, the legend of LA, Zokre.
Zokre, a lot of history here in the United Wrestling Network. Dates all the way back to when it was NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Was one half of the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Had a nemesis, the likes of Carl the Machine Gun Anderson back in the day when he teamed with
his opponent,
Phoenix Star. Did Zokre.
From Guerrero, Mexico, weighing in at 175 pounds, Fidel Espiritu Bravo.
Fidel Bravo Espiritu has been a fixture in the United Wrestling Network as well. So two of the top luchadors to really rise from the Los Angeles region. And I am excited for this one. And you know, Bravo has said that it would be the year of Espiritu, and in many ways it has victories over the likes of Scorpio Sky. This is a bit of a dream match that we never knew we'd see. Great to see Zokre back in United Wrestling Network action.
These are two guys I've gotten to know over the better part of the last 15, 20 years, and two of the top humans in our sport. And they're even better at wrestling, so we're going to see a treat tonight. Zokre, Fidel Bravo, with the pride of Los Angeles on the line. Let's take a look.
Two competitors that are well-versed in the art of lucha libre. And still to come, speaking of, 5150 put the tag team titles on the line against Live Danger. These guys so powerful, a real throwback. I bet you like that face paint, don't you?
I really do. It reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior, may he rest, and of course 5150, the pride of Puerto Rico. I don't know who I'm rooting for in this one, but what a match for the tag titles tonight.
Little warrior wildness there for Live Danger. That's still coming your way, as well as our world title matchup. Look at this roll up here by Zokre, and this one's going to challenge us. Magistral Cradle now by Zokre, looking for the win early. Great counter wrestling by both. Look at this, crucifix turns it into a pin. My goodness, the speed of Zokre is as good as he's ever been.
I mean, I hate to chuckle, but it's just so impressive. It tickles me pink to watch these two go, and the skills they have. They both possess lucha libre backgrounds. They both have firm foundations in American style. And like I mentioned earlier, both men want to get a victory, as both are from Los Angeles. And here at this blockbuster event, it'd be nice to get a dub over another fellow Angelino.
Look at that, Zokre saying, I was this close. But it was solamente dos, only two there, Christian. And great start for Zokre, though, and we'll see now. Hopefully Bravo can get a little something going. Look at this. Snaps off that Hurricane Rana, follows up with the drop kick. So we saw the grappling and pinning combinations of Zokre, and we see the striking excellence there of Espiritu.
Zokre gonna take a breath here, saying hello to a few fans. That lady doesn't like him. But you gotta look at Zokre like this. I mean, he's got that veteran skill where he understands exactly how to pace himself, how to time everything.
Okay.
And right now he sees it fit to take a break after that exchange with Fidel.
Great to see Zokre back under the bright lights of the United Wrestling Network. He once competed for World Tag Team title gold at big arena shows for United Wrestling Network out in Sin City, Las Vegas. Thousands on hand for that, and what a scene we have here in Thunder Studios for the first ever Sunday Night Slam. Going to the eyes, there was Zokre. A little bit of a shortcut, follows it up. And fittingly enough, Spiritu didn't see that one coming. Nasty shot by Zokre, follows up looking for the win. Let's take a look back. Take us through it here, Christian.
He goes with that Irish whip and then follows right in with that knee to the face. And Zokre right on top of Fidel, giving him no room to breathe. Now goes springboard moonsault, hits it. Outside leg is hooked and no.
Digging down deep was Bravo there to kick out of that. And again, close again there for Zokre. He has really been all gas, no brakes. He's had his pedal to the metal, foot on the gas here. And Bravo, though we've seen his toughness, his tenacity, he's gonna have to fight his way out of this pit here. Uses his speed, comes out of there, does Bravo. Look out here. Head scissors takedown, no, goes downstairs with the drop toe hold. My goodness, what action. Oh, that is nasty stuff. What a leg lock there by Zokre.
That's the thing about Zokre, starting off trying to go for that tijeras, ends up calling the audible, takes the legs out, and then right into a submission. And now strike for strike, these two trying to jock for position here. Neither going for a rope to try to break this hold. They're just gonna attack each other.
Those chops were absolutely echoing off the wall. Thunder Studios, well, I guess that sounded thunderous.
Sure
chops
did,
there.
TK.
Both guys striking this one. Big time bragging rights on the line between Espiritu and Zokre. Espiritu goes up top, catches him high cross body, creates some distance, trying keeping him guessing here. Another nice takedown there by Espiritu. Goes downstairs, look out. Looking for the perfecto plex. Absolutamente perfecto. Uno, dos, no.
Only maybe 2 8/10. Even Bravo thought that might be it, thought he might be headed to the pay window. But instead, Zokre kicking out at the last second.
Love that perfecto plex there. Shades of the late great Kurt Hennig there. Perfect plex. Following up now is Bravo, and he has really turned the tide. The pendulum momentum has switched here, and due to the high impact here of Bravo, but wasting a little too much time.
Really, Zokre countering. Zokre, even isolated in the corner, is so elusive, able to find his way out to attack Bravo, and now setting him up for something here. Zokre looking to go high risk. Zokre, incredible.
From the pinnacle to the pit, it's a long way down, and it was a long way down there for Bravo. What a swanton by Zokre. Is it enough? Deep hook in the leg. Not yet.
We've talked about it on our sister broadcast, Championship Wrestling, just the heart, the corazon that this man brings to the ring. And Fidel Bravo, how the heck did he just kick out of that?
Zokre's got to stay on him here, though, Christian. He might be one more move away from victory here, as Fidel is far from 100%, but he's not to be trifled with. And you see it here, beautiful counter, going fundamental. Counter two.
I thought he had the leverage there, but didn't get it. Follows up with a kick, and now look at
there it is.
Fired up.
La Revolucion, and a huge win for Espiritu.
Here is your winner, Fidel Espiritu Bravo.
Two of the very best to come out of the Los Angeles area when it comes to the art of lucha. And it was a clinic, a fantastic display. Zokre came close multiple times, but in the end, it was the corazon, the heart of Espiritu that won out.
Yeah, he threw that roundhouse right to the head and landed it. Oh, La Revolucion, and puts away. Zokre, big victory for Fidel Espiritu Bravo here at Sunday Night Slam.
Incredible pace. Tag team titles on the line still to come. Let's take a closer look at the champs.
It's exactly what it's come to. Pro wrestlers dressing up as their favorite 80s superstars. Pro wrestlers running around collecting action figures. Pro wrestlers chasing 1 million followers for a social media plaque that you can't take to the grave with you. Chasing 1 million followers. You know what we chasing? We're chasing $1 million. See, that's the difference between you bozos and us, is that you hop on social media and you run your mouth to your 40-year-old versions that follow you for clicks. And you forget that you still gotta see us on the day.
5150.
You still gotta see us on the day. You know, it's so crazy to me that you wanna run your mouth and call us washed up and say all this nonsense. See, because when it comes to these United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Champions, we'll put you in the dirt. And then we'll chicken noodle soup at your funeral. See, y'all say boom, boom, firepower. Boom, boom, firepower.
Firepower.
When y'all say boom, boom, firepower, everybody have a good time. See, y'all not live danger, y'all play danger, but when we boom, boom, firepower, we shut the block down, the sirens is ringing, tell them what we really are, Boogie.
Live danger, y'all so obsessed with wanting to be liked. You want people to like y'all, but nobody respects y'all. Y'all lifting weights, we don't care if you lift weights. That's like me punching a bag. Guess what? Bags don't punch back.
They don't.
5150 does, and we gonna keep these championships for a while. And you know what? You know we dead ass.
Dead ass!
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do and who they are, no one looks forward to seeing the inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here, your car is too. And that means something's wrong. And likely it means an expensive repair bill. That is, unless you've called CarShield. When you call CarShield before your car breaks down, they have plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call CarShield today before it's too late.
Call 800-498-0817.
Welcome back to Thunder Studios Sunday Night Slam. Sunday Night Slam returns on April 5th on Easter Sunday. So you're going to go from Easter brunch to body slams, Easter Sunday to Easter Sunday Night Slam. And here we see the challengers. Live Danger with their sights on the tag team titles.
I gotta tell you, TK, these dudes are a throwback in all the best ways. I don't want to age myself, but I grew up on 80s professional wrestling, and these guys give me all the vibes.
Yeah, they sure do. You got Danger Ross there in the orange and black, and Live Wire Charlie, and they've spent time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. These guys are powered personified. They are one big party, and they'll certainly party if they can win the tag team titles. Easier said than done when you think of the champs. Speaking of the champions, here they come, 5150. Danny, Limelight, and Slice Boogie. Two tough customers won the titles from an incarnation of the mighty Zaddies. It was Shea Cabrera and hysterical Shane Haste. They took the titles on the road, defended them in Gotham Wrestling against Ray Jazz and the Greek god Palpadon. Some incredible title defenses, and here to set the stage for one of the big ones of Sunday Night Slam, Will Matson.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. Hailing from the gridiron, weighing in at a combined weight of 502 pounds. He is Live Wire Charlie. He is Danger Ross. And together they are Live Danger. And their opponents, straight out of New York City, at a combined weight of 420 pounds, they are your United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions. Danny Limelight, Slice Boogie, 5150.
United World Tag Team titles on the line. And, you know, when you're Slice Boogie, one half of 5150, the tag team champions, you're not really used to giving up size and power. You certainly will here in this battle with Live Danger, but the champs, crafty, trying to get the jump, but look at this reversal by the powerful challengers. Look at this double back body drop. And the power is going to be something that the champs are going to have to contend with, and they roll out. They're going to have to re-strategize here.
Yeah, we've seen the champs become accustomed to fighting big guys. We've seen, of course, Wolf Zaddies in there. We've seen 5150 have to defend these championships, but never quite the size and strength that Live Danger possesses.
What a slingshot there! Danger Ross comes flying in out of nowhere. And this is smart by a big, powerful tag team. Frequent tags, stay fresh, some double team here. Look at the power into the splash. Bodies everywhere.
Yeah, Livewire Charlie goes in for that pinfall attempt and doesn't get it, only one, it seemed, and takes ahead immediately. I like this from Charlie. You know, we haven't seen them much here in the United Wrestling Network, but if they could come all the way here to Long Beach, here at this blockbuster event, get a victory, walk out with the tag team gold, you got to figure that'd be much to the chagrin of the radioactive Poppy, who's getting bench pressed right now.
Doing some reps here, getting some reps in. Maybe didn't get to the gym earlier, but I bet they did. 10 big reps and a double military press slam. They call that the boom boom firepower, and then drop the elbow in unison, and some extra push-ups there for Livewire Charlie. You got to keep that pump up, you know?
Crowd taking to these guys too. Live Danger earning some fans really fast here, and you know, if they could walk out with the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team titles, it would absolutely put these two guys on the map. But right now, this is what we see from 5150.
Oh, little Carlito's way, perhaps.
And they hit it.
Punctuated with the senton into the cover, only a count of one. You got Slice Boogie in there for the champs. In there with Danger Ross, who is a decorated grappler, was a D1 wrestler at Sacred Heart University. But look at this, put on the brakes. Oh my gosh, again, Slice, he's not used to being overpowered. He is here. He's looking for that big shot, and now going downstairs.
Yeah, able to take out the leg and follows up with a massive right hand. Boogie in for the cover, and Boogie only gets one again. Justin Borden right on top. One of our senior officials here in the United Wrestling Network. He's right there to see. You know, that's the ambition. You have the ambition to try to drive those shoulders down and get the three, but you have the ambition to kick out at one if you're down. So both teams vying for these titles and showing their passion.
Oh my gosh, look at this blatant choke, and that's going to take some of the starch out of Danger Ross. He's in a dangerous part of town, not where you want to be with the champions, in that corner store where you can get anything you want, including a beatdown. Danger Ross getting beat down right now by the champs.
Yeah, we call that corner store the bodega. Whether you're in New York or Puerto Rico, the Boricuas are prideful here in this fight. Now, tag team cohesion. Slice Boogie and the Puerto Rican radioactive Poppy. Look at Boogie bounce up and down.
Into the cover, here goes Danny Limelight, the radioactive Poppy, and that street sweeper on the other side of the ring took Livewire Charlie out of the picture momentarily. So this is what you got to do if you're the champs. Isolate one man and deplete the gas tank, and they've put their sights on Danger Ross.
Danny's had a crazy year as he tags in Slice Boogie now. He was the United Wrestling Network World Champion, lost that championship in controversial fashion, and then found a second win with his tag team partner and almost immediately gained tag team gold. And these two have absolutely gone through the division since becoming champions, have Slice Boogie and his partner Danny Limelight, but Live Danger here makes the long trek to attend this blockbuster event, Sunday Night Slam, trying to walk away with gold.
Danger Ross trying to divide and conquer, fought his way out of that sleeper hold. And look at this though, Limelight, I believe, is sneaking around, and look at that, just takes Livewire Charlie.
You gotta love Danny, man.
Off the apron.
I get it. Now, a lot of people like his tactics, but Danny is going to do whatever he can to protect his partner.
Oh, what a
My
German suplex, beautifully done, outside, inside, dead center of the ring, dead to rights. No, Ross powers out. You talked about the United Wrestling Network World title. We do know it will be on the line in our main event. Jordan Cruz will defend the title. You can see that he is heated. He wants to know who he's going to put the title on the line against.
Well, yeah, what we do know is Hammerstone had travel issues. He's not here. So who will take on Jordan Cruz for the world title tonight?
Look at the power here. Looking for a guillotine choke is Danny Limelight, and Danger Ross drops to a knee. He's going to have to power himself back up and really power walk Limelight all the way to his corner. Well, maybe he can suplex his way out of it, and he does. Digging down deep is one half of the challengers there, Danger Ross.
Yeah, Danger Ross able to just muscle up Limelight and drop the former world champion on his head. And now you can see his partner, Livewire Charlie, just chomping at the bit to get some action here. He wants to get in the fight too. And he makes it, yes.
And Livewire Charlie is fresh. He has been relegated on the outside for quite some time. A star of the gridiron, Division I football player in the college ranks, amateur grappler as well, and now trying to make some big money as a pro, and he'll make some big money if he can win the tag team titles. Spine on the pine, big spine buster there by the Livewire.
Slice Boogie's a massive dude. I mean, to pick him up and dump him down like that. Charlie just showing that strength.
Shaking the ropes. That bring you back there, Christian, to your childhood?
It sure did.
We won't talk about WrestleMania 6. Not in my house. Here we go. Double hook of the legs. Oh, man, history was almost made there. So far, the night has boded well for champions. You had Evan Daniels defend the TV title on the pre-show. Look at this.
Yeah, 3-point stance.
Oh, yeah.
TK.
They're rushing into the backfield there. What a pass rush into the cover. Double pin, double win. And a photo finish there with Limelight coming down to break up that pin right as the hand was coming down for 3.
I mean, the loyalty of Danny Limelight to be there for his man at every turn, to have the back of his fellow tag team championship partner, Slice Boogie, right when he needs him. Johnny on the spot is Danny Limelight, but he got caught now. Oh my God, the power of Livewire Charlie. But he gets dumped into the guardrail, just metal behind those advertisements. And
out the back door there goes Slice Boogie. Rake of the eyes by Danny Limelight. Oh man, look out here. Double team offense to perfection by the champs. Get the victory.
Here are your winners. And still, your United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions, 51-50.
As they do when they're playing some bones on the street there, throwing those dice, rolling the dice. They had to roll the dice in there with a powerful, challenging team, but digging down deep, and somehow 51-50 overcoming the power of live.
And now look at this,
oh,
TK. We're back live, looking at a live shot, and the World Tag Team Champions are now attacking Livewire, and this is, I gotta tell you, this is just despicable. This match has been called, it is over, but they are now jumping.
There's just no reason for it.
Really?
You won the match, you defended the titles. These guys are thugs. You want to talk about Boricua pride, that Puerto Rican pride. Are you proud of those types of tactics?
I gotta tell you, TK, whether it's Bad Bunny or the tag team champions, Puerto Ricans have been dominating sports and entertainment in 2026. That was the evidence right there. 51-50 from the bodega to the world titles. They're still champs, Daddy.
The champs have been dominant on Sunday Night Slam. You saw what Big Mama was able to do, was able to thwart the challenge of Alex Gracia. Now the tag team title holders, 51-50, as dominant as ever. But doubt seems to be creeping into the mind of the reigning world champion Jordan Cruz, because a switch up was made. Hammerstone can't make it for travel reasons.
Yeah, travel reasons, so he misses his flight, he's not here, and now Jordan Cruz has to deal with the repercussions of that. How fair is that to the world champion? That's the question on my mind.
Well, Johnny LaQuasto said, if you're prepared for Hammerstone, you're prepared for anybody. I guess we're going to find out, because the United Wrestling Network World title will indeed be on the line in our main event. It's put up or shut up time for Jordan Cruz, who is going to step out of that curtain, and will Cruz still be the champion when the main event is over at Sunday Night Slam and the smoke clears? What an absolute incredible atmosphere it is here. The night falling here on Los Angeles. The lights are bright, and they aren't any brighter than right here in Thunder Studios with our main event coming and the richest prize in the United Wrestling Network on the line. Main event time coming your way at Sunday Night Slam. The champ draped in gold. Looking like
the contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is your United Wrestling Network World Champion, Jordan Cruz.
Talked about Thunder Studios being the home of combat sports. In combat sports, sometimes you deal with last-minute opponent changes, and oftentimes anything can truly happen when that is the case. Will Jordan Cruz be able to defy that potential curse?
How is it fair to the champ? I mean, he has been studying Hammer. He's prepped for Hammer. Hammer's not here. Who's gonna face Jordan Cruz for the title?
Cannot wait. We don't have to wait long. It's time to fight on in our main event. Who is it gonna be?
And his opponent.
Wait just a minute here,
What?
Christian.
No way.
LaGuasto went into his contacts. Look at the reaction here in Thunder Studios. Could it be? Indeed. It's fitting you see these statues because the challenger is going to look like he's been carved and sculpted out of pure marble.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 260 pounds, the masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Chris Masters, a fitting challenger for the title. And I'll tell you, Jordan Cruz, if he was training for the power of Hammerstone, did he do enough heavy lifting, enough power training to deal with the likes of the masterpiece, Chris Masters?
You know, the scouting report looks similar on Hammerstone and Masters. Both men with the legendary physiques of our industry, both men top weightlifters and competing in bodybuilding around the world and have held multiple professional wrestling championships. But if you're Jordan Cruz, you have to be shocked that Chris Masters is now standing across the ring from you and a threat to your world title. My goodness.
Chris Masters, you know, traveled the globe, continues to do so, has fought many of the best, including the likes of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. But his journey started right here in the Los Angeles area, all the way back in the days of Ultimate Pro Wrestling, UPW, and we've seen the masterpiece right here in the United Wrestling Network, as well as right here in Thunder Studios, competed in Primetime Live.
I mean, I can't believe this blockbuster event, which has already been absolutely incredible, has just added Chris Masters to the marquee. Jordan Cruz is gonna have to pull out some stops and do everything he can to avoid losing his title tonight.
Going to the hair here as the champion, looking for any advantage. Again, could not have prepared for the masterpiece, Chris Masters. And look at this, Masters running him over like a Mack truck, and Cruz is not used to being overpowered. And look at Masters, really put together.
Look at Cruz, he looks perplexed. You know, not exactly sure what he's gonna do here. I mean, Masters is about 4 or 5 inches taller than Hammer. There is a different game plan for a guy like Masters than there would have been for Hammerstone.
Second opportunity over the years for the masterpiece to win the United Wrestling Network World title. Once competed, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater, in Irvine for that coveted gold. It took dubious means to get by the masterpiece, but another shot here. And look at the speed, tripping up the champion, and the champ is tripping right now in more ways than one, Christian.
The TK, just imagine if Cruz is able to...
Looking for the master lock.
Imagine if Cruz is able to walk away with a victory, just how brash and cocky he would be going forward, holding that world championship with a win over Chris Masters.
Well, that's a big if right now, because the masterpiece is definitely renting a lot of space in the head, and the master lock is as well. Now, we talked about you know, preparing for the power, the likes of Hammerstone or Chris Masters, but you're also preparing for a whole different type of offense. You know, with Hammerstone, you're looking for that nightmare pendulum, something that's going to put you down for the 1, 2, 3. Masters going to try and put you out with that master lock submission style.
Yeah, one of them is a blunt force maneuver. The other one is a submission. You're right, TK. It's going to be difficult for Cruz, and just how fair is it that Jordan Cruz would have to do this? And think about the courage from our champion to take this fight on short notice and defend his world title.
Well, kudos to Johnny LaClosto and the matchmaking committee, because, you know, they had a lot of shuffle in the deck to do here, and we wanted a fitting main event for our first ever Sunday Night Slam. And my goodness, do we ever have one here. And the champion, Jordan Cruz, starts to settle in just a bit, getting some of that confidence back as the champion. Digging down deep, big European uppercut against the taller, perhaps more powerful challenger. But trying to break him down right now is the champ. Takes him pillar to post, but he's got to get him down there, got to get him horizontal on the mat.
Yeah, this is smart by Jordan Cruz to try to pick and chip away at the masterpiece, Chris Masters, but nice counter there from Masters, and now his power on display.
Now returning the favor here, taking him for a tour of the ring. Look at this, digging down deep, side Russian leg sweep. Nice stuff there by the challenger. Goes for the cover, lateral press, doesn't hook the leg, doesn't get the win. And you got to wonder what kind of condition. Obviously the masterpiece always in great shape, but is he in fighting shape? He didn't know until, you know, in all likelihood just earlier today that he's going to be competing in the main event for the prestigious United Wrestling Network world title. So more questions than answers in this huge Sunday Night Slam main event, partner.
You really do bring up a good point. People could complain that Jordan Cruz didn't have a ton of notice to prepare for his opponent, but neither did Masters.
Suspended vertical suplex, in the words of Thunder Lips, blast off meatball. Here's the cover again. Masterpiece can't put him away, and now getting to the safety of the outside is Cruz. This is not the normal dominance we've seen out of the champ.
No, it really isn't. And Cruz looking to get some space between him and the challenger, and now you can see Chris Masters stalking Jordan Cruz. Masters, it's been some time since he's held a world title. If he can walk away with this one and lead United Wrestling Network through 2026, what a poster boy that he would be for this company going forward.
Rake in the back. And look at this, now just draping the champ over that unforgiving guardrail here in Thunder Studios. And when you think of the experience of Masters, you know, he's teamed with the likes of Carlito in the past, the likes of Paul White, you know, the Big Show. He's been under the learning tree of many a great veteran. Look out here, uh-oh, got nothing but posts there. And do you think that will compromise his ability as now targeting it? Here's the champ. Do you think that's gonna affect his ability to put on that master lock? Oh my gosh, what a suplex to the apron.
You're right, TK. He went for that knife edge chop against the corner post of Chris Masters, and he might have shattered a pinky bone. It's not too difficult to break the bones in your hands, especially when chopping steel.
Talk about the legacy of Masters here in the Los Angeles region. He once competed in a main event for the UPW title at the Grove Theater in Anaheim against guess who? The Scrap Daddy, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
Were you on that call?
I was, in fact.
A lot of legends from Southern California in attendance tonight, of course. David Marquez and my partner here, Todd Kennelly, guys that go way back with Chris Masters in and could give you history lessons on exactly how this scene has developed over the last 25 years. Of course, Samoa Joe, John Cena, all part of this historic scene. And tonight, a new step in making history in SoCal Pro Wrestling for Sunday Night Slam.
Whole lot of velocity there for Cruz as he Irish whipped Masters into the corner. Used, left his feet, used every bit of velocity he could muster, and you see the effects there as Masters went down in a heap. The big guy's in big trouble right now.
It really is. I like to see JC fire off like this. This is the Jordan Cruz we've become accustomed to know, the confidence level now starting to build. Yep, only one or two there, says Chris Massey. The confidence level starting to build from JC when you start a fight with Chris Masters that you weren't aware of. Maybe a little bit shaky at first, but now Cruz really starting to dig in and get into a rhythm here.
If the champ asks for your digits, don't give them to him. This will be the result. Look at this. Again, remember that Masters chopped that post on the outside, and Cruz is going to work here on the hand, trying to take the master lock out of the playbook. Masters, veteran move there, gets to the ropes, and you can see the effect. Whole lot of pain radiating through that hand right now.
Ton of damage happening to that hand. You're right, TK. And now Cruz looking to pick apart Chris Masters.
This is big on big, man. This is who wants it more. Nice jawbreaker there. And what a knee up the middle. Knockout City, USA. That could do it. And Masters digs down deep and kicks out. Did you hear just the crack of that knee? It sounded like a baseball bat from the from Shohei Ohtani here in Los Angeles. And of course, we're here in Thunder Studios. That sounded like a thunder strike. The home of combat sports, and we've got great combat in our main event for the United Wrestling Network World Championship, a match we didn't know that we'd see until minutes ago.
Yeah, you could really see the confidence on Cruz's face. And Chris Masters, who my partner TK made a point earlier, was also not ready for this match. He's fighting for his life in there against the champ.
And Jordan Cruz, if he survives this main event, he's got a target on his back. You know, competitors from Memphis Wrestling, from Gotham Wrestling, from Championship Wrestling, hoping for an opportunity at that title. And he's got a tough, stern test here, trying to take the wind and the gas out of the tank of the big guy.
I like this from Cruz. He left the vertical base, wrapped the legs, underhooks over the top of the hips of Chris Masters, who's fading now as Jordan Cruz looks to give Masters his submission, and this sleeper hold is in deep.
The lights are going out. Official checking the arm there. If it drops 3 times, this thing's gonna be over. No, sir, not yet, says the Masterpiece. Masters himself, in fact, has traveled and competed in Memphis Wrestling, as many of the greats have. Look at this beautiful belly to back suplex, and bodies everywhere. Who will get up first? We got some Rocky II type action here, and I certainly don't want to see a double count out.
No, we don't. And veteran referee Chris Massey now at a 2 count. He's going to count to 10. If they don't get up, this fight will be over. And you have to imagine Jordan Cruz would retain his title. Kudos to Cruz for trying to get to that vertical base. He doesn't want to win that way. Say what you want about this dude. He is a fighting champion. There is no doubt about it.
Boy, that really affected the back, that belly-to-back suplex there, emphasis on the back. The champion trouble, and that's not going to help. Inverted atomic drop, and the champion moving around quite awkwardly right now, Christian. And all over him is the challenger, the Masterpiece, going to work, and a masterful strategy. Look at that, launches with the shoulder block. Incredibly done. Got that underhook. What's he thinking here? Gonna go for a ride. What a beautiful butterfly suplex by Masters. Closing in on the win, closing in on making championship history. New champ to be crowned, not yet.
Chris Masters mere inches away from gaining the title, becoming UWN World Champion. And now Masters looking to get the fans behind him here to try to rally, trying to figure out exactly what he's got to do to put the champ away.
Well, this would do it if he can lock it in. Think of how many competitors and greats have succumbed to the Master Lock over the years. We're gonna have an impromptu Master Lock challenge here for Cruz. If the challenger can lock it in, he doesn't have those fingers laced yet.
It's so close, TK. Jordan able to throw those back elbows though. Nice counter from Cruz. Champ gets sent. Champ is a springboard spear from Jordan Cruz. In for the cover, hits it. Only 2.
Rib rattling spear there, Christian. Boy, what an incredible display of power, will to fight here, and both are feeling the effects. And you got to wonder, the way the champ is clutching his back here, could he potentially lift up the likes of Masters into that no more sorrow? My money's on no at this point.
Looks like he might be thinking about it, TK. Has that rear waist lock. Nice counter there from the veteran.
Sharp elbows there by the challenger. This is a testament to their wills. That is for sure. Follows in, big sit out, power bomb by the challenger, and the champ finds a way.
My goodness, TK.
What's it gonna take?
And many of the fans thought that was 3. That's about as close as you get to losing your world title here at Sunday Night Slam. Jordan Cruz almost dethroned.
Late great Gorilla Monsoon would say that adrenaline can do wonders. That is the case here. Both these guys are gonna feel this one in the morning, that is for sure. Looking for the master lock again.
If he can get this master lock, we might see a championship change hands here. Right in the back there now, can he lock his fingers?
No, all that damage that was done earlier when he chopped the post and all the follow-up residual damage. This time it's in, and I do believe that the fingers are interlocked. We might be seconds away from a brand new world champion here.
That's in, that's cinched in deep, but JC, the champ, inadvertently just kicks veteran referee Chris
tapping. The champ is tapping. It should be over. History should be made, but we don't have an official. You really think that was inadvertent?
It certainly looked like it from my angle. I was just wailing, trying to get out of the submission hold, and his leg inadvertently hitting Chris Massey. That's a shame.
I think Cruz, the champion, may be smart enough to know that if he tapped there, the referee wasn't in position, it would force relinquishing the hold. But look at this. You're not getting it out of it. You're not getting out of it this time, or maybe he is. What a reversal. What a reversal. Runs the feet.
And still, your United Wrestling Network World Champion, Jordan Cruz.
Wow, I'd love to get another look at that. It was almost hard to know whose shoulders were down there, Christian, as Jordan Cruz.
Yeah, we're going to look at the replay real quick, and we saw him go for that master lock there. He had it in tight. Cruz able to counter. 1, 2, are the shoulders still down? They are. And Chris Massey with the best seat in the house saw it. 3 count there. Jordan Cruz retains. I think Chris Masters is in shock and disbelief. That world championship retained by the champion Jordan Cruz.
Incredible. Masters was able to cinch in that master lock again. The official back in position, but a masterful counter there by that man, the reigning United Wrestling Network world champion, who fought through the fire, overcame a lot, an opponent change, and an incredible main event to boot. He still holds the gold, but he continues to have a target on his back. Incredible action here, top to bottom, in Sunday Night Slam. The champions of the United Wrestling Network certainly had the fight brought to them tonight. They had their work cut out for them. They passed with flying colors. No championships change hands, but the target continues, because just like Visa, the United Wrestling Network is everywhere you want to be. So make sure you're tuning into Championship Wrestling, Memphis Wrestling, Gotham Wrestling, and more challengers will step up. And Christian, we'll be back here in Thunder Studios on April 5th.
Yeah, we're excited to come back on April 5th. This facility is absolutely amazing. Again, no world championship changing hands tonight, but what a night of action we've had. What a historic night here. It's been great, TK. Fun working with you, my friend.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. An incredible night. The very first Sunday Night Slam, and we will see you back here at Thunder Studios April 5th, when once again, you know what it is. It's time to fight on. Good night, everybody.